Hey YouTube, what's happening? Thought I'd do a quick video here just to show you guys some of the fine tuning and detail stuff I've done to this hitch. Hopefully this will be a short video, but pretty much the same thing. I put a couple straps on it, put some sticker reflectors on the back, and I have some on the side too. Believe it or not, those stickers were freebies that came in the camper I purchased. The guy had used a couple of them on the side of the camper that I've since removed, and there was two brand new ones in the package sitting in there. So I cut them up and I put 4 of the reds across the back and then a couple of silver ones on the side. And then I tapped into the inside. I took this taillight off. There's just 2 fasteners inside. Undo them and the whole tail light pulls out so you can change the bulbs. And I tapped into the marker light wires, and then the wire comes down underneath the bumper, comes across, I don't know if you'll be able to see this or not, across the top of that tube, and I zip tied it to the tube, and then I put a couple of ends on the end of it so I can unplug it right there. So this wire will stay with the truck or the van. There's my wires for the solar, and then there's my straps coming down the back, and I just connected them to the safety chain loops on the receiver hitch to kind of add a little stability to it. You can buy stabilizers that bolt on there. They're about 23, 25, 30 bucks, somewhere in that ballpark, to keep the thing from rocking around, but I don't want to spend that money, and I don't think it's going to rock around too bad. Anyway, then the wires go down there. I zip tied them to the frame, come back around here. Hopefully I'm not making you too dizzy. And then they are zip tied to the bottom. Comes up to my fancy dancy homemade 12-volt LED license plate lamp, and I'll show you what it looks like underneath in a minute. But I made that out of one of those 3 LED strips, same strip I used to make the interior lights. So pretty well done with it. I just have to test it at nighttime. I mean, I've tested it to make sure that it works. Let me turn the lights on and I'll show you. I'm going to maneuver this camera, so hopefully I don't make anybody dizzy with this. But you can see I got 3 LEDs. I don't know how bright it'll be, but those strips that I have are not waterproof. So what I did was stuck it to the aluminum plate that I've been, just like all the other aluminum plates I made, piece of angle aluminum. Stuck it to it, and then I hot glued, encased it in hot glue. So as long as it doesn't get too hot and that glue start to melt, should be good. But I think that'll light up the plate okay, and it should be waterproof now. The hitch had 2 holes on either side, right here and then same thing on this side, and they're perfectly spaced for license plate holes, 7 inches apart. So I didn't have to drill any holes. I'm pretty sure that's what they were designed for. So I took the license plate off the van and put it back here, and it really doesn't hang down any farther than the bottom of this bolt here, so it shouldn't get scraped off unless I'm scraping on this bolt. And I had a viewer give me an idea, said little padlocks in here would be a good idea. So I might get a little 4-pack of small padlocks and put 2 in there and then 2 on there to secure that thing. We'll see. I may just do the cable thing as well. I also fit my 5-gallon water cans in here. They fit perfectly underneath the solar panel and on the rack, so I could just strap them to the tub. But I wanted to show you that. I thought the light was pretty cool. I know I could probably get away with not having a light on that, or probably not even moving the license plate. I've seen hundreds of these things going down the vehicles going down the road with these racks on the back with stuff piled on them, and you can't even see their license plate. But I've got the time and ability, and I know that you can get a ticket if you don't do that, if they want to press it, or if they want a good reason to pull you over. That would be one, and I just don't want the attention if I can avoid it. So when the rack's on there, that's where I'll put the plate, and should be in good shape. And if somebody rear ends me, which is totally a possibility, they could. It's not going to be because they couldn't see my my hitch with those big reflector tape things on there. So I almost forgot one other thing I wanted to show you that I did as a small modification to the awning. I added 3 of those little brackets that I make, and they're just taped to the roof with that super strong outdoor extreme tape. One there, one in the middle, and one on the front. And the way I've got those is it's a little bit wider than the door, and it's above the door. So a couple of benefits: I could pull the awning across there tight so it doesn't have wrinkles in it, and then I can open and close this door with the awning up. So I haven't tried it yet, I've just mounted those. So I think that'll work out pretty nice, and they're not going to cause any extra drag or anything to speak of. They'll just stay permanently mounted up there, and then I can clip my 3 spring clips to those, and then set that awning out here to use it that way instead of clipping it to the door. I think it would have worked okay with the clip to the door, but if I clip it to those brackets that I made, then I think potentially it could be raining and I can leave it up, and I don't have, the water will spill out off the awning onto the roof and run down the channels off the windshield, or it'll run down the awning and off the end instead of down the side of the van. So we'll see. I haven't tested that yet either, but we'll see how it works out. All right, guys, hope you're all doing well. I'm getting excited. I'm getting anxious to pack up and get out of here. My brother's coming to visit me here next week. He's going to stay for about, I don't know, 4 or 5 days and hang out with my brother. And then after he goes back home, I'll be seriously thinking about getting packed up and hitting the road. So that's soon to come. I may do one more final walk around tour video. I'm not positive. I shouldn't even have mentioned it because I may not do it, but thinking about doing it before I hit the road, and then off we go, headed west. Hope you're all doing well out there, and we'll see you on the next one.